Man, that is one ugly bass, but it is big. Look at this sucker. Golly. Alright folks, we're going to get a quick weight on this bass and then let her go. £5.5, a little over 5.5. This bass is just, it's a really big bass. It has a huge head on it, but it's just skinny. Real skinny, and I mean this bass looks like it's really old. Well, it ain't much, but it's a fish. Stupid pickerel or jack or whatever you want to call them. I hate them. But man, he sure wanted my chatterbait. That sucker's down there. I give you a tip. After catching one of those suckers, retie. Those teeth are sharp, and I can feel right there where the teeth scratched up the line right there. That's a guaranteed break later on. A solid little healthy bass, nice little chunky guy right there. Folks, I've been chunking and winding just about everything. A spinnerbait, I flipped a bunch of hyacinth mats. I've thrown a chatterbait around. I've even thrown a rattle trap around. And I'll tell you what, it's been tough today. I know this cloud cover has a lot to do with it. It has to do with it. But that's only my third bass. Hopefully that's a good sign. Maybe the bite's turning back on, or maybe I got into a little area where there's some bass. Let's see what else is out there. Yes, sir. Not gonna lie, that was totally unexpected because I've been punching hyacinth mats for a long time. I mean, hundreds of yards of hyacinth mats, and when that thing hit it, I even doubted it. But that's a good one right there. Solid little chunky bass. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Here we go, folks. First fish of the day, and it's a good one. That's a decent little fish right there. Just a hair under 3. Just a hair under 3 pounds. Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to Lake Seminole. As you can see, that was my first fish of the day, so we got the skunk out of the boat, and it was a pretty decent one at that. Just a hair under 3 pounds. And let me tell you something, that bite was extremely light. I mean, I sat there for a second wondering, was that grass or was that a fish? And I felt it munch down one more time, and I set the hook. And you know, this water's cold. It's 51 degrees, and that's warmed up a little bit since when I first pulled in here. It was right about 50 degrees. It was really cold this morning. Well, I mean, it's still morning, but really cold this morning. The air temperature was 31 degrees when I launched the boat this morning. As I've been fishing here, my line has been freezing. As I'm reeling it back to the boat, I can feel the ice on the line coming through the guides. So definitely winter fishing for sure. I'm going to try some of the same areas and some of the same tactics that I used last time. However, it's a little bit different right now. You know, last time I was out here on the lake, we had heavy cloud cover, and a lot of the bass were on the edges of the grass. Today we're going to have sun, so we might find the bass deeper, actually in the grass this time. And that one right there was pretty much in the grass as well. So we'll try some things out. Hopefully we'll get on some good fish today, and we'll make some good film. Here we go, number 2. I'll tell you what, you can definitely tell this bass is pre-spawn. That sucker is fat. Solid 2.5 pounder. Thanks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I lifted up on that D-bomb right there, and that sucker did not move. I knew, I knew something had it. All right, folks, we're going to get a quick weight on this bass and then let her go. Turn over this way here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but just 5.3 pounds. 5.3. Folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right there. I'm about to run out of daylight. So if I don't do this outro now, we're going to be doing it in the dark. Anyway, decent day on the lake. You know, I caught 4 bass, and 3 of them were, you know, solid bass. A 2.5, one that was a hair less than 3, and one that was a little over 5, and one little small one. I did a lot of riding around on the lake. I did a lot of exploring because, you know, if you watched any of my previous videos out here on this lake, you know I haven't been out here for an entire year. I spent a long time on the trolling motor today. I probably went for a good 2 miles on the trolling motor today. I never did find any good productive grass or even anything that looked that great. At a bare minimum, at least I know where not to go next time I come out here. This is a big lake though. I want to say it's 36,000 acres, so there's a lot of areas to explore, and I mean just miles and miles of grass. You're trying to find these schools of bass, and you know, miles and miles of grass. So today the bite was kind of split. I caught 2 bass on the Gambler burner worm, and I caught 2 bass punching a Missile Baits D-bomb. No real major pattern going on there. I avoided some of the areas that I fished last week just because I wasn't sure how productive they would be, because it was sunny out when I was in those areas, and last time I was out here it was cloudy. So it is what it is. I probably should have hit those spots looking back on it, but you know how it goes. Hindsight is 20/20. Anyway, just a tough day of fishing, but even though it was it was still a good day of fishing. I didn't get skunked, and that can more often than not be the case, especially when you're fishing in the wintertime. But hey, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, if you learned anything, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you'd like to follow me along on my fishing adventures, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.